Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me again. I am here today with a little bit of a different video. With all that is happening now, there's most of the kids are staying at home. Not necessarily are they all homeschooled, but they're staying at home, and unfortunately right now we don't know for how long. So I am a homeschool mom of 4. With that being said, I wanted to come up here and show you some books that I have incorporated just to change it up a little bit, and maybe you guys can get a few ideas on things on some of these books that you can get if your children are in school and have been taken out or asked to stay home, or the schools have closed, whatever the reason might be. I wanted to get on here and give you some suggestions of just some regular curriculum books, and then some reading books depending on your child's age that you can have in hand just to keep them with a motivation, with the educational aspect still around, even though they're not currently in school. I will start with the curriculum books first, and I'm sure a lot of you have probably seen these, but they are found in Barnes and Nobles, and you can actually find them on Amazon as well. I find them to be really resourceful, meaning a lot of the stuff in them are pretty current. A lot of the stuff in here will refresh their minds on whatever they have been learning. You can choose to go with the grade that they're currently in or the grade that they will be in next year, so they can start developing that knowledge ahead of time. It just depends on what you're wanting to do. So the first one is the Harcourt Family Learning. This is one of them. This is for the 2nd grade. And I love the concept of it. Part of it is, first of all, it's huge. It gives you the concept of a textbook, and I like that. It does include reading, math, spelling, language arts, writing, and then it has a test prep in the back. My 2nd grader is not in 2nd grade. She is in 1st grade. But she is currently going through this as a 2nd grader. For the simple fact that a lot of times I have found that some textbooks are a year behind. It just depends. You have to do the research. You have to read through it. But in this concept, I just want your children to still have some sort of a educational environment. Not necessarily that they're going to be doing that specific grade. Like I said, this is on a personal basis. This is whatever your opinion of it is, how you feel, what you want to do. But I do recommend these books. They are really good. I have a 2nd grade and I have a 5th grade. And they come with the same subjects, and they're by the same company. And it's a really handy book that you can carry if you're traveling. You can use this one book for all those subjects and not have to carry 4 or 5 textbooks if you're having to travel. If you're having to go somewhere, you can take just this one book and have those subjects there available to you. Now the other 2 books, I was a little skeptical when I purchased them. I wish I would have bought more, but I really enjoyed going through them with my children. These are the notes. Let me see let's see. From the Brains Behind Brains Quest. Notes borrowed from the smartest kid in class. Double check by an award-winning teacher. And it's these. I have 2. I have the math and I have the language arts or English. and they're really fun. These I purchased at Costco, and they were $9.49 each. If I can still find them in Costco online, I will link them down below. So I will do with the other two curriculum books. This one says the complete middle school, everything you need to age math in one big fat notebook. Well, first of all, this is a little notebook. It's little, it's not very heavy. I love the way it's set up on the inside. It's got this really pretty graphics inside. I really like that. That's the beginning of it. And then it does have a, let me bring this up. It does have a table of content in the beginning of it. So I really like this one. The pictures and pages are not full. Of course, this is for a middle school. You see how those pages are there? They're just not completely full. So these are just some examples for you all to see on what the pages look like if your child is in middle school and you're wanting to see, you know, how they may enjoy, or is it just writing straight through. There's a lot of pictures, a lot of way for them to understand what is being read to them or what they are reading themselves, one or the other. This one says, from the editors of Brain Quest, America's #1 educational bestseller, the Big Fat Notebook makes all the stuff you learn in school sink in with key concepts, diagrams, definitions, and doodles to help you get better grades. It includes fractions, negative numbers, ratios, expressions, and equations, word problems, area and volume, statistics, and probability, and all of middle school. So, and they do come with American history, world history, science, math, and English. I only got the math and the English. The science, world history, and American history I did not. If I can find them, I will, because I think that it's something very easy for a child to go through if they're already in middle school. This is going to keep that in their mind, and it's going to take a very small amount of time for them to go through the book, because even though it's kind of thick, the pages are not very full. So they don't have to, it's not like a textbook that is full of just reading information. This has a little bit more pictures and diagrams in there that will help them understand what they're reading. And then this is the English one. And this one includes grammar, Greek and Latin word relationships, types of literature, types of notifications, and it's for middle school as well. And let me show you a little bit of what's inside. The inside has these arrows in it, and let me see, it has a table of contents as well, and it has the same diagrams and pictures in the books. So this is another one where they're going to go through it relatively quickly. It's not going to take them a long time to read it. So this is something to either keep things fresh in their mind, or if they're learning something there, then they can keep on learning it. And this is in conjunction with whatever you already have. If they were sent with Chromebooks, if they were sent with notebooks, if they were sent with school books, then you can attach these to that to make it a little bit easier. 15-minute readings, reading to them. It just depends on how you look at it, what you want to work with. And of course, this just keeps an open mind in regards to where we're headed currently. Now, I do want to add a couple of decent reading books to have in hand, just in case if you're either reading to your children or they're reading on their own, whichever one might be. First one is, it depends on what grade level you have. I have a beginner, and so I have the I Can Read books are great. These books are very simple, and they give you the concept of the reading. The one I have here is Splat the Cat, A Whale of a Tale by Rob Scotton. And there is a couple of other books, but I believe that the I Can Read series of books are really good books for starting to read. And they're actually quite intense still because of the simple fact they're not one word, they're sentences in this book. So it gives a good adjustment for your child to start pushing themselves to read even more. Now, for your next level of readers, depending on what level they are, if you have a beginner or if you don't, this is still a really cute book to read. It's called Pug Pals by Flora Ann. And this is two pugs, one beloved toy bunnies. What could go wrong? It's a really cute book. This is the inside of the book. It does have a couple of chapters in it, and it's black and white on the inside, which I personally really like. And the paper is almost like newspaper. And there is sentences and there is pictures. See there? So I do think this is an incredibly easy book to read, or if you're reading at nighttime, this is a good bedtime story as well. Now, for your more advanced children or teenagers that you may have, they may be looking into something to read. I have a couple of books here. I really just have two, but I have four. But one of them is a series. So I'm going to start with them. A good series to start with. I actually purchased these at Amazon. Barnes & Nobles did not have the series, and they didn't even have them individually either. So this is The Warriors. I'm sure a lot of you have heard them. This is the first series because there is quite a few of them. So this is a good starting base to begin with, because if you can find a series that your children can enjoy, especially something like this that has, I think it has about 8 series. It actually probably has more than that. But it's a really good story. And the kids, my daughter has read the first series 3 times. And she is 10. So this is a really good series for them to read. And it keeps them interested. And these do not have pictures. They're just regular reading books. So I really recommend this series. Like I said, I found this one in Amazon. I will link it down below if they have it. The 3 that are in that series is Into the Wild is number 1. Number 2 is Fire and Ice. And number 3 is Forest of Secrets. And I have looked into reading them. They're interesting, but I love the interest that my daughter has had by reading these books. So all I can do is make the suggestion that if you're looking for something for your children to read, this may be a good book to read, for the simple fact that it is a series and a big one too. So it may last them for a long time. And then the last one is, obviously you're going to see a little bit of, see that these relate a little bit because they're all about animals. But this one in specific, this is called Survivors, The Empty City. And there is a series of this one too. So this is another book that I think it's really good. There is no pictures. There might be a few. There's a few, but let me show you the pictures. Like, for example, there's a picture here at the top. That's the kind of pictures you will find in this book. They're not picture all related. So the inside is really cute. So I think that this is another book that would be really, really good for you to consider. I did buy that in Barnes & Noble. I will see if I can find it in Amazon. If not, I will link it from Barnes & Noble as well. All these books were relatively economical. This one was $7.99. The Warriors series, all three together, I believe I paid about $8.99 in Amazon. These, I said it was $9.49 each. This one I bought it at Barnes & Noble and it was $9.99. This one I picked it up from Barnes & Noble and it was $4.99. And then these, when I purchased them, they were on sale for $9.99. But the regular price is $19.99. And if you're in Canada, they're $22.99. So it just really depends. Like I said, when I purchased them, they were half off from the regular price, which was $19.95. I hope you guys found this video useful. Thank you so much for coming and staying along the end of the video to see all the information. I'm just trying to be helpful and reach out to all of you that are being affected or that are at home trying to figure out how to keep yourself and your children proactive. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are okay. And I appreciate you guys staying with me. I will be continuing a few other videos in these lines. So if you like, please thumbs up this video if you like it. Subscribe and ring the bell so you can get a notification of when I post another video. Thank you so much. If there is anything that you would like to see or any requests, please leave them down below. If there is a little bit of trouble with the comments down below, I will link my email down below as well. Please don't hesitate to shoot me an email and I'll be happy to answer it. Thank you so much for all your time and enjoy. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye-bye.